Good morning, everybody. My name is Barry Schwartz, and this is the Search Buzz video recap. Today is Friday, June 13th, and this is the search news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at SEO.com. We got Google AI mode in search, a lot of things there. Stay tuned. Apple Visual Intelligence rolling out, Google Live Search, SEO, Google Ads, Google Search Console, Google Bugs. It is a big video with a lot of stuff. I'm going to go as fast as I can because I'm traveling and there's a lot to cover. Hope that's okay. And of course, I'd like to thank our sponsors, sponsored by SimilarWeb. SimilarWeb is the all-in-one SEO strategic software, getting clarity on your SEO landscape through competitive analysis, keyword research, rank tracking, SERP insights, and more with industry-leading traffic insights and data and analytics. Based on real user journeys, SimilarWeb gives SEOs professionals the whole picture so they can strategize smartly and drive sustainable business traffic. So check them out at similarweb.com. Thank you so much for sponsoring. Okay, so just a heads up, there was more Google search ranking volatility. This one was reported on June 9th. It seemed to be happening over the weekend or so. There was also some volatility over the week itself. It's not as much, but it wasn't during the middle of the week, which is unusual for Google volatility, so keep that in mind. Google was broken yesterday. Last night, Google confirmed an issue specifically first with Google Discover, Google Lens, and video search. That was fixed as of this morning, June 13th, but it happened on June 12th around probably 4 p.m. or so. And then we noticed that before Google confirmed it, Google was not indexing fresh new content. That started around 8 p.m. and seemed to be fixed around 9:50 p.m. Eastern yesterday. Google confirmed that issue this morning as well, and they said they are now indexing fresh content. So if you did notice issues there with stuff, the web was a mess yesterday, so keep that in mind. Sundar Pichai, Google CEO, was interviewed by Lex Freeman, who basically said a bunch of things. There's like a 14-minute segment of just like web search and so forth. And he said basically the current plan is AI mode will remain in a separate tab, but features will like graduate from AI mode into the core web search. So you'll see things over time get more into AI mode into main search. So yes, that is the future, and more things of AI mode will go into Google search. Talking about Google AI mode seems to be fully rolling out now in the US, even if you're signed out. I tried it this morning. I'm right now in Boston, but a bunch of people all over who are trying it from VPN into the US and other places, as of yesterday afternoon, I believe, are now able to see AI mode without being logged in, which means we'll probably start to see this Google Search Console data for AI mode lumped in with the web search results. So keep that all in mind. That seems to be rolling out now. Apple had their big web developer convention, the WWDC, and they announced a bunch of stuff around Apple Intelligence and Apple Visual Intelligence. Basically, Apple Intelligence, the Siri upgrade, is probably not going to happen anytime soon, probably 2026. They did add a bunch of new languages support, but they also showed off a bunch of visual intelligence features like Google Circle to search, but they call it something else, like highlight to search, screenshots to search stuff, and so forth. So there's a lot of cool features there, even more integrations with ChatGPT based on the screenshots that you've taken. One step up, Google is testing live search. We discussed this last week. We can actually use your video camera to ask questions in real time in the Google search. Google's testing that directly in the Google search app, not just in Gemini's app, so that's pretty cool to see as well. There are potentially ways to find conversational style queries, which people want to know, how are people searching for me in AI mode or AI overviews. Now, this isn't foolproof. It doesn't mean it's 100% from AI mode or AI overviews and so forth, but it does show you longer queries. There's different regedge commands. Matan, Vijay, David Kanis, and a bunch of others came up with some regex that you can use in Google Search Console. So I have a post about that as well. If you want to look at that, you can. Again, it's not just AI mode. It could be just long queries in general. Also weird, Google softened its stance on automated translation using AI, so AI translated content. We saw this with Reddit when Reddit was generating tons and tons of content, ranking very well for AI generated translations. And I've been asking Google for a long time, ever since Reddit talked about it in their earnings statement, which Glenn Gabe spotted really, really well and covered in detail, like, is this now allowed? And then Google removed just yesterday or 2 days ago the line about robots.txt file blocking. You should use that to block AI translated content for multilingual pages. And also Google sent a statement saying, while we don't comment on status of specific sites or pages, nor do we provide individual support for any site, basically saying Google didn't give Reddit advice. It goes on to say, our policies do not strictly define content that has been translated by AI and spam. Our scaled content abuse policy mentions automated transformations, including translations, as part of the overall warning against creating large amounts of unoriginal content that provides little or no value to users. So AI translation may be okay for if it provides value. So keep that in mind. That's a big update for that. Google also was John Mueller basically. Someone was asking, why am I not ranking well in search? Why am I not being indexed well in Google search? And John Mueller pointed out they have lots of unrelated content on your website. And is that by design? Basically saying, stay in your lane, write content that is in your lane. If you're a tech blog, don't start covering flowers if they're not technology flowers or something like that. So keep that in mind. Also, Google updated a small update to their search documentation around removal-based demotions. This is found in the search ranking documentation stuff, and they changed the word significant from high. I'm sorry, they changed the word high volumes to significant volume. And I asked John Mueller why, and he basically it is just to clarify that it's not an absolute number, but a rather of significance in the content itself. Google also has added new markup support for loyalty and membership pricing and programs. This is not just, obviously they had support in Merchant Center, but now they support it in organization structured data, combined with loyalty benefits under product structured data. So if you do have that and you want to implement that, you can. But Google's getting rid of 7 different structured data markups. They're getting rid of book actions, course info, estimated salary, claim review, learning videos, special announcements, and vehicle listings. Google said that is to simplify the actual search results page, and that's going away in the coming weeks to months, according to Google. Google Search Console's Discover report flatlined this week, or last week actually, starting June 5th and somewhat June 6th. It did bounce back after that, but those 2 dates are missing. Google hasn't annotated. John Mueller confirmed it, but they haven't annotated if the results are going to come back or not. But that data seems to be gone, I guess. I don't see it being recovered yet. And then Google Search Console API was stuck since June 3rd, and just this morning it seems to be back to normal, so that is good as well. Microsoft is retiring their Bing PubHub. It's going away as a feature that Microsoft had for a while, which allowed news publishers to actually get their content faster into Microsoft's Bing search, and now it's going away effective immediately, so it's not going to be working going forward as well. There are some reports of Google business profiles just disappearing. I asked if there's an update on this, and I'm told some people are seeing their profiles return, but a lot of people are still not seeing their profiles return. So if you are noticing that, you are definitely not alone. Google Local is testing product tags in the local photo carousel where you can swipe through images for a specific thing, and it actually has these photo product tags in there. That was spotted by Brody Clark. Nice find there. Google Ads confirmed there was also an issue then where ads were not being, I think it wasn't being served. The ads were not being served or displayed in the search results. Another issue with Google, this was earlier this week. Google didn't say exactly what the issue was. They said there was an issue and they fixed the issue, but it seemed to be related around serving ads and so forth. Google Ads also is testing showing sponsored ads in the local pack, but at the bottom of the local pack. That was spotted by Anthony Higman. Google also said that their AI Max is coming to all advertisers in early Q3 of 2025. Nice find there, Adrian Decker. Google Ads is also, with that, testing inclusion and exclusions for search campaigns. This is spotted by Natasha, and you can see those in the screenshot over here. Google Ads is also testing asset-level PMax reporting for some. This is rolling out to some people. Darcy Burke noticed this, and basically this is stuff that Google promised with PMax campaigns and so forth, and it seems to be rolling out to some people. Google Ads updated their policy around individual accounts can be paused over manager account violations. So if you want to remove that pause, you have to untether yourself to the manager account. Microsoft Advertising came out with new custom report builders. They also did some updates to their Performance Max campaigns and a bunch of other things as well. And finally, Google is looking to reduce their search and ad units with a buyout program. Basically, they're trying to trim some of their fat and maybe bolster the AI team. I'm not sure. This comes weird because after the Bloomberg interview, Sundar Pichai said they're not going to get rid of people, but it seems like they are trying to get rid of some people at least. In any event, thanks so much for listening to the Search Buzz video recap. Sorry it was really quick, but again, thanks to our sponsor, SimilarWeb, and we have a great, safe weekend, and I'll see you guys next. Goodbye.